He proposed when she was 8 months pregnant with bronchitis, and he left it on the dresser. She had to pick it up, and he didn't even get down on one knee.
It wasn't his fault she had bronchitis.
Yeah, but he didn't pick a great time.
She had to have a fudgesicle and then
Yeah.
go back to bed.
Yeah. She said, I had so much mucus. I needed a fudgesicle.
She's wearing on me. She is
Oh,
wearing
really?
on me.
Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers!
Welcome to We Wine Whenever.
I'm Wendy.
And I'm Kelly.
And tonight we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Rhode Island, episode 12. The Ferry-Tale is over. Ferry. I like it. I like it.
But wait,
The-
where was
what?
there a ferry?
They
my
took
God,
the
Kelly.
ferry to
Ferry.
Block Island.
The Block Island. Okay. Ay, ay, ay.
That's
Just
the kind
reel
of
me
question
in,
I would
girls.
ask.
Yeah,
Boy,
just
oh,
reel
boy.
me in,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Hey, listen, it's all too much.
Jeez.
So we have some little filler scenes. Rulla's in her house, in her closet, saying it's a mess. Alicia's packing with her mom and her daughter. And then her luggage falls down the stairs and she calls for Billy, which I thought was really funny. And then we see Kelsey talking to Liz while packing, and she's saying she's Miss Congeniality and she wants world peace. Liz in her confessional says she's not going to let things bother her or let her get to that place anymore. And she's on a mission to be in a good place wherever she is. And Kelsey says if she can make up with Rosie, then everybody else can make up. So Rosie and Rich are at the ferry, and Rosie in her confessional says she made it clear to Kelsey that she doesn't want to be her friend, but that she can coexist with her, which I really don't
I don't think she
that's
did that.
what that happened. No, I was like, okay.
I don't think that was communicated that
Yeah,
way.
no. Liz and Jerry will find out they were engaged and married on Block Island. And so everybody is meeting at the ferry parking lot. And I thought this was interesting. Joellen comes up and hugs Liz. And Liz, put her hands on Joellen's arms, almost like she wanted to push her off. I was like, ooh.
I saw that same
You saw
thing.
that? You saw
And
it,
I
Wendy?
rewound it to see, did that really just happen? And it
Huh?
sure did. I
It
was like,
sure
ooh.
did. Yeah. She had it was a little nasty moment. I was like, ooh, girl.
Yeah. But, it's funny how you start out thinking one way about somebody, and then as the season goes on, Liz is not my kind of friend.
No.
Not my
And
kind of
it's wild because as much as she wants to portray this big self-confidence, she's really not. Because if you were, you wouldn't behave that way.
Right.
So, yeah.
Totally agree.
And Joellen in her confessional says her relationship with Liz is like an abusive one that she keeps going back to. She wants to move
the
on
way
with
these
her.
people talk about their friendships with Liz, it's like,
Yeah.
why
I
are you friends with her?
Yeah, why? Like for what, right?
She's mean. It's an abusive
Right.
relationship.
Yeah. So Joellen says it's just like her mom. She keeps going back, like, love me, love me, love me. And then they love her. And then they're hurtful and mean and cruel. So at least Joellen knows her fucked upness, kind of a thing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, but I mean, to do it with your mother is one thing, but to do it with a friend, just let it go. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's her big problem is she just needs validation in her relationships. So I don't know. So Rulla and Brian in the confessional, Rulla says she is nervous being stuck on the island with Joellen, not knowing what card she's going to pull up next. I mean, I don't know.
Well, she can't say in her confessional, I'm in denial. I mean, what else is she going to say?
Right, what else is she going to say? Exactly, right. Yeah. And then we see on the ferry going over to Block Island, Jarrett and Alicia are a little bit seasick, and then Ashley does the big Titanic move. Yeah. Yeah. And they all get to wherever they're going to in Block Island. They have pina colada pina coladas, and Kelsey has tents set up on the beach, but it looked really windy and cold.
Well, they were cold.
They were cold. I guess
Think
since it was
about
the
it.
end of the summer.
Yep, it's the end
Yeah.
of the summer, you're on an island, the wind's coming, just like if we go to the beach. Like, you go to the
Right.
beach at the end of the summer, it's windy and
It can be
cold.
cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joellen says she's going to go talk to Liz, and Joellen tells her she misses her. Liz says, agreed. Joellen says, I think we have a genuine friendship. Do you? And then Liz, after the long telling pause, says, yes, I do. Joellen says, good, because I thought I was crazy. She says she wants to move past everything that has happened, everything that's said. Liz says she agrees. She doesn't want to rehash. Joellen tells her that she doesn't think Liz meant all the things she says. Liz says, oh, likewise. I don't know.
Yeah, like
Uh,
she's not like she's making it as if Joellen was just as guilty as she was. And I personally don't think she was. Like, I think
no,
Joellen was just trying to diffuse the situation. But
right.
Liz isn't. She's just not saying it. She's
No.
just not saying it.
And Liz brought up how Joellen said she hurt her and, talking about physically, like with the hair pull. And Liz says, you continuously put your hands on me in production shows, in the car where Joellen moved Liz's hand out of Alicia's face, and in the club where Liz tells her not to fucking touch her. And then Joellen says that she kept doing that to try and calm her down. And Liz says, no, you did it to annoy me.
Yeah.
Which,
Again, I don't agree with. Like, I really think that Joellen seems like a very touchy, like handsy person, like
Mhm.
Melissa Gorga, right? Like, especially when she drinks, like she's like touchy feely. Like, I feel like Joellen's the same way, and so when she wants to calm you down, she's going to there's going to be some contact,
right.
but
Yeah,
in like a
she's
loving way, like a calm down, like a like holding
right.
her, like calm down.
Right. Well, Joellen does seem like she can be very intrusive, but it's one of those things where if you have a relationship with somebody and you know that's their gig, sometimes you just kind of let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
like maybe she should have known that Liz wasn't going to be receptive to that.
Liz says things have been done and said on both their ends that have broken trust. Maybe they can start over from a new place and something has to be rebuilt. And in confessional, Liz says that the tension between them broke her heart and that she adores Joellen. I was like, oh, okay.
Doesn't seem that way.
Doesn't seem that way. Yeah, it's like, okay. She
Actions speak
said,
louder than words,
yeah.
Liz.
She says she's letting Joe Allen off the hook. And then Ruella thanks the girls
See,
for being
Wait, you know
around.
that I
what?
don't like.
Right.
Wait, before that happened, Joe Ellen said to her, because Liz wanted to start their friendship off from this new place. And
Right.
Joe Ellen said, no, like, I, I think we should start from where we were at, like continue building and make a better friendship.
Right.
Right.
From
And
where we were before this
Yeah.
happened.
right. And she's like, I don't want to go back. Like, and she said, all right. And then Liz says, all right, I want to focus on the things that are positive. Like, you're charismatic and you're effing fun. Okay, let's move on. And like, maybe we can make it better. But she wasn't willing to do that until Joellen brought it up. She was just willing to, start from scratch. How do you start from scratch?
And I don't like the fact that she said, like, I'm just letting her off the hook. Off
Right.
the hook for
Hook
what?
from what? Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Of the
Well,
hook
like-
from what? Yeah.
You're letting her off the hook and you're saying in your confessional, how you really, really missed her. And, which is it?
Right. Which
Exactly.
is it? Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Pick a lane. Pick a lane, Liz.
Maybe
Yeah.
it depends on what personality changing,
coming out.
inducing,
Thing is going on. Yes.
partaking
Yes.
Liz did that day.
Right.
Yeah. Could be.
Yeah. So Rulla says that she hasn't been around as much as she would have liked, being between feeling ill and having her chops busted about her husband, which I was like, girl, I don't think anybody busted your chops. They were just trying to like get you to see the light here. I don't
And
necessarily
when
think
she
it's
said she
busting
was
your
on
chop.
her deathbed
I know.
laughed so
I know.
hard.
That
I
was
laughed
so
so hard.
funny.
with full beat
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
hair done.
Yeah.
That's not deathbed, honey.
No. And she says she hasn't spoken to Joellen since Polo. Says she's not stupid, but there's always a story behind the story. And you don't look like my friend when you are collaborating with other people behind the scenes, trying to stir the pot and dig up more info. Rulla says she felt Joellen was disingenuous because she was trying to speak to Rulla about it in a public event, and says, if you're my friend, you're going to leave it alone and let her handle it.
But
I mean,
Rosie does jump in and says to her, but at the polo, she said to you, do you want proof? And you said, if you get proof, show it to me.
Right.
So
there's
which is
nothing Joellen could have done in this situation
No.
where
No,
Rulla
there's
was
not.
going
There's
to
not.
receive it. She wasn't going to
No.
receive anything.
No.
No
And
matter what.
anything Joellen did, Rulla's going to call her out on it and say she
Right.
did it wrong. She did it the wrong way.
Right. Because Rulla can't look in the mirror and she can't look at the person right next to her. So it's
Yeah.
got to go somewhere. So it's been going there. And then Billy is talking to Joellen's husband about people always giving them a hard time that him and Alicia aren't married. And he says, I feel like she feels like I let her down. She complains he's not romantic. And then Alicia says that he proposed when she was 8 months pregnant with bronchitis. And he left it on the dresser. She had to pick it up and he didn't even get down on one knee.
It wasn't his fault she had bronchitis.
Yeah,
but he didn't pick a great
while she's in
time.
bed.
Yeah.
She was in bed sick. She had to have a fudgesicle and then
Yeah.
go back to bed.
Yeah. She said, I had so much mucus. I needed a fudgesicle.
She's wearing on me, man. She is
Oh,
wearing
really?
on me.
She don't
I
bother
love
me at
her.
all.
I
You don't
love
bother
her.
me at all. Yeah. Billy says he wants to do a reset and a proposal today with look her in the eye and tell her blah, blah, blah. So Liz asks Rulla if there's anything that she wants to bring up to Joellen, and Rulla says the video at the castle, with all due respect, it's nobody's fucking business. I just want to handle my own story my own way. So
And she says basically like maybe you guys can tell her. And Liz is like,
Yes.
yeah.
no, you
Yeah.
need to see. That's the problem too. Like I mean, listen, obviously Rulla knows it's true. So she knows if she goes face to face with Joelle, like what is she going to say? She knows it's true.
Right.
She could say it's a lie all she wants behind Joellen's back, but you can't say it to her face because it's not a lie.
Right. And I think Kelsey got it really good because Kelsey says it's moved on to you're a liar. And Joellen is like, I'm not a liar and I'm going to find out every bit of info to show you that I'm not the liar. And I think she's totally right with that.
Now
Yeah,
it's moved
what
on
it's
from her
about.
trying to prove Billy guilty, not Billy,
Brian.
guilty and her innocent. Now,
Absolutely.
like that's where we're at now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 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 I thought that was funny when Liz was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
You can relay your own message.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Me
absolutely.
too. Because listen, if you want a place on this show, this is what we do. Conflict.
Gotta
and
earn it.
resolution. Yep. You have to earn
Mhm.
it. You didn't film half the season.
Right.
because of
Like, girl,
this.
come on. Right. What have you done? And now you want me to
Right.
do like, no,
Mm-mm.
no, earn your paycheck.
Right. Earn your paycheck.
Yeah. So they all arrive at the Atlantic Inn, go to the rooms. Joellen FaceTimes her mom. Alicia said she's going to close her eyes for a couple minutes. Joellen says Liz is like family to her. And Joellen's husband says, well, look, talk to Rulla and tell her that she asked for proof and that you don't appreciate being called a liar. So, and then Alicia says her mom dropped her down a flight of stairs and now she has a phobia of stairs.
She can't drive. She can't go downstairs. She can't go over a bridge. She's a little bit of a mess.
Well,
This is
I'm a
why
mess, so
I love
that's
her.
why I like her.
I like her too. How about when they, Alicia and Joellen and Rosie were sitting on the porch and they were catching up Joellen about what happened at the party, and they said all of a sudden Brian walks up and Alicia said, "Yeah, I thought he was going to blow his load," and Joellen's like, "You thought he was going to come?" And she's like, "No, I thought he was like blowing his shit." She's like, "That means come."
She probably meant blow his top.
Something, yeah.
Alicia, like when she does this stuff, it is so innocent. Like it's real. That's why I
great.
like her.
I agree. It's real.
It's
I think
real.
it's funny.
Sometimes
I
I
think
just
it's
have a
funny
hard time
too.
with it.
It's just,
I think
that's
it's
a
funny too.
little
I
much.
think it's funny
Yeah.
too.
So then Bill had candles all set up around 2 lawn chairs outside, and Alicia says, "Oh my God, you weirded me out." Billy says, "I'm weirded out too." They were just so funny together.
They're so
They
funny.
were, but was it frustrating either of you where she wouldn't let him talk? Like,
Of
she kept
course.
talking over him. I'm like,
Yeah.
this poor guy looked so uncomfortable,
Comfortable
and
doing
she
it. Yeah.
knows he's so uncomfortable.
Right.
Just let him do it and
Yeah.
get it over with.
So he
She can't
says
help
they're
herself.
yeah.
I
He
know.
says they're like two ships in the night going off in different directions, caught off in stuff that's not important. And they have had bad times, good times, scary times, and they put all their focus on Selena and then he's so funny. He said, which we will always do, but the two of us are always kicking the can down the road. Like, what? And yeah. So Alicia said, "This is the best moment you've ever done for me." And then so they have and then it's so funny. So he does the whole proposal thing, and they have champagne brought over, and I'm laughing hysterical. She starts telling the guy, "This is a big deal. He didn't get on his knee last time. He didn't ask my mother." And he's like, "Focus on this moment, Alicia."
Exactly. She kept
He's just
saying over, he's not a
yeah,
romantic guy. The first time, basically, it sucked. Like, all
yeah,
right, we get it. Give him this moment now.
so
Well,
funny.
how about when he tries to pull the ring off her finger?
Yeah, so pulling her finger off. Yeah. Alicia says, "I'm so proud of you." And then I love this. She says, "We were meant to be together, or else I wouldn't have stuck around this long. You know, a lot of guys like me."
Yeah, that was great. That was great when she said
Funny.
that. He's like, "What are you talking about other guys
Yeah.
for?" She's like, "Well, they
You
like
know,
me."
they like me. So funny. It's great.
That was funny.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you wish you had a space where you could talk about all of the things in midlife that nobody says out loud with people who have both experience and expertise? The hormones, the emotions, the changes in your body, relationships, and work. The identity that does not quite fit anymore.
Messy Midlife is 3 naturopathic doctors and 1 therapist having the unscripted, unfiltered conversations about all of it. We explore the strange, powerful transformation hiding inside as we navigate finding ourselves again and letting go of what no longer fits.
Zero filters, zero pretending, zero apologies. 100% real. Join us for Messy Midlife anywhere you listen and become a part of our community.
Then they go inside, and Rosie and her husband congratulate them. Rosie asks if she got a new ring. Alicia says no, but she wants a second ring so big that her hand falls over. Brian comes down and congratulates them. Joellen goes to Ruella's room, and Gary asks to talk to Brian. He says Joellen's being called a liar. Brian says that him and Rulla are good, but it keeps being brought up. He admits to everything, and he's just like, "I just want everybody to stop talking." So that's when Ruella said when she was on her deathbed, when she was talking to Joellen.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then Gary tells everybody in the bar that Brian admitted to the video. I was like, oh my God.
They're like,
I'm
"What?"
glad he
Yeah.
did. I'm glad
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
And Alicia in her confessional says, this guy Brian is a lot of work.
Oh,
God. So then they go outside for the clam bake, which I was very jealous of because I'm very
Yeah.
hungry. And it looked delicious with all the
did.
seafood. And then this was great. This was classic Alicia. Liz was saying she was cold. Billy says, "Oh, it's okay. I got you." And he picks up one of the outside heaters and he's picking it up
Yes.
and bringing it over to him. And Alicia's like, "Billy, you carry that torch, you Greek stallion motherfucker." I was like, oh my God, she is so funny. But she definitely got lit. She definitely got
Yeah.
a little lit at this, yeah.
Yeah, she wouldn't stop talking at this table either.
You wouldn't know if she wouldn't stop talking either. So then they do clamshell confessional, which is like a newlywed game. Joellen gets asked who is the most likely to have a safe word. Rosie answers that it's Joellen. Joellen says, "I was going to say you." And then Ashley has the question, what is a quality of someone in this group that you wish you had? And she says she'd love to command a room with confidence like Liz or the friendliness of Joellen. She would just like to walk in anywhere and be like, hi. Kelsey said, what is your favorite memory of an experience from this summer? And she says the masquerade dinner because we all talked about stuff we didn't normally talk about. Liz got what's something you have never told this group but probably should. Slick move with Liz because she passed it right on to somebody else.
To Jared.
Yeah, she says this question is not for her, and she tells the group
Yeah,
because she tells the group
and
everything.
her and Jerry both said, "Oh, we're open books. We tell everybody everything."
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said, oh, who am I going to direct this question to? Everybody wants me to say Brian, but I'm going with Jared. So he just said that, you know, Rhode Island is his home, blah, blah, blah. And then, so what moment? Go ahead.
I was going to say, Jared is so funny because he even said, like, you guys probably know more about me than I do. Like, and I think he's probably right because Ashley's always, talking and,
Yeah.
he wasn't around that much. Like, we didn't get to see Jared in the group that
No.
much.
No.
They're not that dynamic and captivating for reality TV, but we'll see. I'm sure
Maybe
they'll be
because
back.
of the other storylines that were going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all they had is the stupid coffee shop.
Right.
Stay or go. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not that
Yeah.
interesting, your
Right.
coffee shop, And then Alicia, what was a moment that you truly appreciated with someone on this trip and why? She said when her and Liz went in the Rolls Royce at a castle. And Rosie, when I told her off and she accepted it and understood where I was coming from. So funny. And then what's the most embarrassing thing your partner has done in public? Come on now,
They're like, that's
production.
God. That's
Come on now,
God.
production. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kelsey was very nice. She says you don't always have to ask your spouse. If you want to ask somebody else, you could do that. And then she gives it to Gary about Joellen. And he said she really doesn't embarrass herself much. I was like, smart man, Gary.
Yeah, for sure.
Kelsey is the one person in the group who will stab you in the back and then smile in your face. Kelsey gives it to Rulla. And Rulla says, earlier this summer, I might have said Joellen because what we have been through, but we have talked and I feel that way. And out of everybody in this group, I hope that no one would have done that. Alicia says, we are all girls, including Joellen. We all have your back. And then this is when I was like, oh boy, Alicia's had too much to drink.
Yeah, especially because Joellen and Rulla had already had their conversation.
Right. It was done and over with. Right.
Yeah.
I think that they all knew that because then Rosie chimes in also. That's the thing is Gary told everyone that Brian admitted to it, but they don't know that Joellen already had the conversation with Rulla.
Right.
Right, because they came down into the bar area and then they went outside.
Right.
Right.
And then what do you guys think of Brian's speech?
Oh my gosh.
I think Brian trips over his words, and I think Brian, listen, he's guilty. Might as well be wearing the, scarlet letter on his chest. I think he's so flustered when he's around these people because he knows they all know he's guilty. So, what can he say?
Right.
He should have just kept his mouth shut.
Exactly. He should have said jack shit is what he should have said.
Or, listen, I love my wife. I made a big mistake. I love her and we're moving forward.
That's it. That's all you had to say. But, he had to give a big speech, got to look to the future. I'm not proud of everything, but I'm proud of this woman and how she handles things. I should thank you because now we're the most popular couple. Well, let's look to the future. Oh, my God.
And listen, I do think he was kidding. I do think he was saying that in jest. But Joellen was like, she did not like that.
No.
But it was definitely a joke, obviously.
Right. And this is when Alicia keeps saying to Joellen, you had her back. You weren't trying to ruin her. Tell her. But how about Rosie with telling Joellen, it's not your fault. The problem is sitting next to me.
Yes. Yeah, because like I said, they didn't know. Like they didn't know that the conversation happened. But what about while this is going on, Brian is talking to Rulla with his arm around her waist. And did you see how he had it so tight? Well, he's like whispering to her. What did he say? Thank you for, putting aside your ego.
ego.
She goes, ego?
Ego.
And
And
then
he
he
goes,
said, "Oh, I mean
yeah,
pride." I'm
yeah,
like, "What? What?"
right.
And
Thank you
while
for
he's, like,
putting aside
squeezing her.
your pride for the good of our family.
Yeah, like the way he was holding her, you're right. It was a little
It was so controlling. It was
yes,
honestly,
that's the
it was
perfect word for it.
controlling. It was
Yeah.
very controlling. It was controlling, and
And
honestly, I was
there's a
like,
reason
"Ugh."
why production kept focusing on it also.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's kinda telling too, because it wasn't just, like, one camera shot so everybody could see, like, he's being so nice holding it. Like, it was really focused on it several times, so
Yeah. Did not like that. Did not
no.
like that.
No.
Tell you what I'm excited about is that we have the husbands on this reunion. We have not
Yeah.
had a cast of husbands on a reunion since Jersey. We
Yeah,
haven't. We really haven't.
And I
And
love these guys because they kind of remind me of not their friendships, but just how they are. Like they just
Mhm.
seem like Jersey guys, you know.
yes, yes.
They're like the guys were always around. So I like that. I'm glad they're on it.
I am too. And also, I mean, when was the last time we had a whole cast of married people or couples too? That's been a long time
So
too.
I was thinking that while I was watching this, I'm like, my God, are they all married? And then I was like, oh no, well, obviously Alicia and Billy aren't,
No,
but they might as well be.
and neither's
And so
Kelsey.
basically Kelsey's the only one, but she is in a relationship. I was thinking that too. Like we have no single housewives for the
Right.
first
Right.
time in a long time.
A long time, a very long time, which I like. I mean, I really
Yeah.
do like it. I like the dynamic that it brings to the group. You know, I like that
Right,
dynamic because
because
it's
typically when
called
we have a
Housewives.
single house and
Right.
typically when we have a single housewife, if they're in a real relationship, they're not showing us because they don't wanna fuck it up by being on a
Right.
reality TV show. So
Right.
it's kinda nice.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? The other thing is like when we have these housewives, right? And they start out as married and then they wind up as divorced. That's one thing, right? But
Yeah.
like with Salt Lake City, I mean, Heather Gay started out single. Like she started out single and she's still single. Who else started out single? Well, I guess you could say the same thing about Sutton. You know what? Sutton started
Right.
out single too. Like
Single,
she started out
absolutely.
divorced, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting that they would hire like housewives like that. I mean, I get it if you're in a relationship and it ends or you're married and it ends, but to hire somebody for a housewife franchise that isn't
Isn't it
even
wife?
couples. Right.
Right.
It's just part of the evolution of the franchise though, because obviously
Yeah.
we say this all the time. Housewives started out as married women with children in affluent areas of the country. You know what I
Giselle
mean?
also. Giselle was never married. Giselle's never been
Right.
married.
So it's the evolution of the show, which
Yeah.
now it's just who will make good TV. I hate that.
Mhm. I do too.
Yeah.
I do
And then
too.
they did little things with showing each person kinda because it was the end of the season, their little blah, blah, blah. It was funny with Kelsey, hers said her and Bill continue to grow, as do the bills in Kelsey's life now that her ex is no longer paying the rent, and luckily she's learned to write a check. I thought that was funny.
So funny. She's like, comma. He's like, no dot.
Yeah.
Comma,
Yeah.
no dot.
Yeah. And Alicia and Bill are planning their wedding 9 years later. She's taken on a big, greater creative role in Pizza Mama, and she's gonna do her own cracker line. I thought that was cute. And then, of course, they save Rulla and Brian for last. So Rulla forgave Brian about the video and hoped to close the chapter of the most stressful summer of her life. Unfortunately, the fall wasn't much better. And then they say 1 month later, and then they talk about how Brian is guilty of domestic violence and Rulla filed a no contact order, blah, blah, blah. So,
Yeah, and they picked cameras right back up. So Joellen went to Liz's house, but did everybody else go over to Rulla's for the most part? I
what do
feel
you
like
mean?
they were kind of split.
Wait, there was more after that?
Yeah, didn't you see when the girls were at
No,
Rulla's house?
no, I stopped watching there because I thought it was Watch What Happens Live.
No, the girls went to Rulla's house. Joellen went to Liz's house.
Okay,
In
you'll
this
have to let us
episode?
know.
All right, am I making this up? I swear I just watched it before we came on. And she told, because whoever was there, somebody said he's not allowed here, right? And she's like, no.
I thought that was the coming episodes for next.
next is the reunion. I didn't see that, to be honest with you. It must have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't watch it on Peacock. I watched it in the
Because
DVR.
I
she
watched it on
said-
Peacock. I didn't see it.
She said she took the vehicle, whatever she drives. I forget what car she drives. She took it to the dealership and she said, I think I'm being tracked. And they said, we cannot touch that car. You have to go right to the police station.
Police station.
And that's why she went to the police station. And that's why charges were pressed. Wow.
No, I didn't
So
see that either.
I don't know what happened. I'm tired. I don't know.
No, I hear
Well,
you. Honestly,
you watched
I
it in the
think
DVR, Kelly?
No, I watched it on Peacock when I got home from work today. And I was so tired. This weekend was so exhausting. I actually dozed off at the end. And then I caught myself. But I definitely
You
saw
must have
that.
woke up at one point. Yeah, so
I sure did.
It's so weird. I just watched it too when I got home from work, to be quite honest with you.
Did you watch it on
And-
Peacock?
No, I watched it in the DVR, and there was still some left. But after that whole statement, like it was going to the commercial, and I was like, oh, okay, that's it.
Right.
And I figured
we
next
get
is Watch
off-
What Happens Live. Yeah, we're going to have to check it.
Yeah. Yeah, check
All
it.
right.
It
But I
wasn't
did-
a long scene, but that's what happened. I'm pretty sure all of the other girls went to Rulla's except Liz and Joellen for some reason.
Okay.
Which I don't know why
So-
Liz wouldn't have gone. I don't know.
I don't know either.
You'd think that they would have made like a bigger scene out of that, like made a bigger deal out of that type of scene.
So I think Rulla was trying to, obviously he's caught red-handed. He did it. But when she said that she tried just to go to the dealership and then they made her go to the police station, like, not that she's trying to downplay it, but
Well,
she's
she is, though. That's
definitely
downplaying it.
she's definitely trying to downplay her going to the police. Like, they made her go to the police station. You know what I mean? And quite honestly, like what you said before about him holding her tight, I think that has more to do with what goes
Yes.
on behind their closed doors and the repercussions she might face from him for going to the police station. I wonder if he's
No, I
back in the
agree.
house. He probably is, right? Well, we
No,
saw them
he
on
is.
Watch What Happens Live together.
No,
He's
he
back.
is. They are. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because Joellen told Liz, I heard the mistress picked him up from the police station
Right.
when they brought him in to arrest him.
You saw that, Lori?
I saw I don't know what I saw. I really don't. Maybe
Well,
I
you
did
were
see it.
doing notes too, so sometimes
so
it's
I
hard,
just-
you know.
I know.
And we were under the
Listen.
gun to get the episode out, so it's like,
And I've seen little social media clips too. So I
Right.
might have seen that whole scene.
yes.
Yeah,
See,
you know,
that's
like-
what's hard when you're on social media and you don't remember where you saw things.
Where you
Like,
saw
it was so late last night when I was watching Atlanta and I was taking notes. Poor Tess came in. She laid in my bed. She's like, oh, what are you watching? I'm like, I can't talk. I have to finish these notes. I have to focus on the show. She was like, all right, whatever.
All right.
But it was like 11:30 and I had, the gazebo's up, but I had to get involved, which I don't
course.
like that.
Right.
And it was
Hear
all
ya.
to peel plastic for hours because every piece of that metal roof was wrapped in some sticky ass plastic that had to be peeled off.
When you had to peel it all off,
It
messing up your
took
nails.
Probably 5 hours longer than it should have taken to build that thing because of that.
Dude, that's no good.
But anyway, I digress. So it was
Okay.
late, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
that did
we're-
happen at the end of the episode, which I'm sure next week at the reunion, we'll see that again.
Yeah, we play it.
But yeah, it'll definitely come up. So I listened to Watch What Happens Live on my way home from work before I even saw the episode. And Alicia was there. And some of the questions Andy asked her were about the reunion. And one of them was, who had the most to answer for? That was Rulla. Who left with not getting the resolution that was needed? That was Liz. What were the other questions he asked her?
Well, that makes sense since she just posted that, I don't even want
Yes.
to call it an apology because it wasn't an apology, but it was something.
Yes, exactly. That does make sense. Who have you talked to since the reunion's over? She said Joellen and Rosie at the same time. Did you go out with anyone to dinner after the reunion? And she said Joellen, Rosie, and Kelsey. I thought that was telling. I like that Kelsey and Rosie were there together with her.
So that means Liz and Rulla
we're not.
right. So
Or
Ashley,
Ashley.
Kelsey, and Rosie.
No, not Ashley. Not Ashley.
Not Ashley.
Not
No.
Ashley, but
Ashley
no.
Ashley doesn't really do anything. Like, this is her job, and then she's out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, her children are small. She does have 2 small
Yes,
children.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. What else was asked? I don't know. That's all I can remember. Again, like my
Yeah.
brain is fried as well.
Everybody's
Yeah,
brain
we're
is
all
fried.
exhausted.
We're all
We're all
exhausted.
exhausted.
Yeah. It's all just too much.
It's
It's all
too
too much. It's just all too much. So
And I
we
didn't
shall
watch the
see.
after show.
God,
No. No, they don't have an after show, do they? Oh, yes, they do.
They do.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
do.
watch it either. Yeah.
No.
I didn't watch it
So
either. Whatever.
we
The
shall
problem
see.
is we try to record this every Monday night and they air obviously Sunday night. So a lot of times we can only watch one on Sunday night and we have to watch the other one and we all work.
Right.
So
So
we're
it's
not
a lot.
complaining. We're just trying to put it in perspective.
Just trying to explain our empty noggins.
Yes, it would be nice if Bravo would split it up and not give us 2 episodes in one night. Like, that is
Yeah.
too much for us.
There you go.
Right.
Really is.
Yeah.
Bravo. Do us a solid.
So we'll see. We shall see with the reunion.
Yeah. And we know
Should
it's
be a
only a
good one.
two-part
Thank
reunion,
God.
which I'm so fine with. Like, we
Thank
don't
God.
need to
too.
have this long drawn out. Like, just get to the meat of it. Let's see what's going on and let's move on.
Yeah, because
And let's move
when
on.
there's 3, there's always a filler episode. And it's like, this is
Yes.
the reunion. We don't need a filler episode.
Yeah.
Like, I get it during the season, you have to, but not the reunion. Just give us the basics.
Yeah. 2 and done.
Right.
Move on.
Yeah.
So I forgot to do our call to action. So if everyone could please do us a solid, follow us on social media, all the platforms. Please follow us on YouTube. Please give us lovely reviews. And we'll see you next time.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye.